Martin Short, the beloved comedian and actor known for his quick wit and memorable roles, recently opened up about a hilariously awkward moment that almost derailed one of the most special parts of Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's wedding celebration. The incident unfolded during the reception, a grand affair filled with joy, music, and the kind of glamour that only a high-profile Hollywood wedding can deliver. Picture a sprawling tent setup with a central stage, a spacious dance floor alive with rhythm from talented musicians, and clusters of cozy seating areas tucked toward the back. Individual lounges complete with plush couches and chairs where groups could relax and chat away from the main action. Short attended the event alongside several cast and crew members from the hit series Only Murders in the Building, forming a lively group of about a dozen people. They settled into one of those private seating zones, enjoying the festivities as the night wore on. Right nearby, in their section, stood what appeared to be a charming little cake. To Short's eye, and perhaps influenced by the celebratory cocktails flowing freely, it looked like one of several smaller cakes placed strategically around the venue for guests in different areas to enjoy. He assumed it was a thoughtful touch by the organizers, allowing everyone to indulge without crowding the main event. As the hours passed, the official wedding cake, the grand centerpiece meant for the couple's first cut, remained untouched. The bride and groom were busy mingling, dancing, and soaking in the love from their guests. Short's longtime friend and co-star Steve Martin announced he was ready to call it a night and head out. Short, ever the enthusiastic partygoer, protested lightly. With a fork already in hand and perhaps a bit of liquid courage boosting his confidence, he decided this was the perfect moment to grab a slice before parting ways. "Steve, you can't leave yet without a piece of wedding cake," he declared playfully. Without a second thought, Short dove in. He sliced into one side of the cake, then the other, carving out what he thought was a modest serving for himself and his friend. Almost instantly, the reaction from his group was explosive. Shouts of "Marty" echoed through their little corner as everyone realized the horrifying truth. This wasn't some auxiliary dessert. This was the wedding cake, the one reserved for Selena and Benny's symbolic first cut as husband and wife. The moment hung in the air like a bad punchline that no one saw coming. Panic set in, but Short, true to his comedic nature, tried to salvage the situation on the spot. He frantically attempted to fix the damage with his fork, pushing icing back into place and smoothing over the cuts as best he could. It was a futile, slapstick effort that only highlighted the absurdity of the blunder. Fortunately, the venue's skilled chef stepped in like a medical expert in an emergency room. With professional precision, the chef performed what Short later jokingly called surgery on the cake. The dessert underwent a quick reconstruction, emerging once again as a beautiful, picture-perfect Hollywood creation, albeit one that had clearly had a little work done, as Short quipped, comparing it to the polished enhancements common in Tinseltown. The cake was saved, the reception continued without major disruption, and the bride and groom's big moment remained intact. When Short later crossed paths with Selena as he was leaving, she handled the revelation with her characteristic grace and humor. "Hey Marty, I heard you tried to eat my cake," she said lightly, her tone playful rather than upset. There was no drama, no lingering awkwardness, just a shared laugh over the mishap that could have been far worse. This anecdote highlights Short's endearing personality. Impulsive, fun-loving, and self-deprecating enough to share the story publicly without fear of embarrassment. It also underscores the warmth and forgiving spirit within celebrity circles, where even a potentially mortifying error becomes a fond memory. Weddings, especially those involving stars like Gomez and Blanco, are high-stakes events filled with emotion, tradition, and expectation. The cake-cutting ritual symbolizes unity, sweetness, and the start of a new chapter. Short's near ruination of it serves as a reminder that even in the most meticulously planned celebrations, human error, especially when fueled by joy and a few drinks, can creep in. Reflecting on the broader context, Selena Gomez has long been a figure of resilience and relatability in the public eye. From her early days as a child star to her evolution into a multifaceted artist, producer, and entrepreneur, she has navigated fame with a grounded perspective. Her relationship with Benny Blanco, a respected music producer known for his collaborations with top artists, blossomed into something genuine and supportive. Their wedding represented not just a personal milestone but a triumph over public scrutiny and personal challenges. Short, meanwhile, has built a career on turning mishaps into comedy gold. His work in films, television, and live performances often draws from real-life awkwardness, making this story a perfect fit for his brand. Appearing on a late-night show to recount it allowed him to own the moment, turning potential embarrassment into entertainment for millions. The group from Only Murders in the Building, a show that blends mystery, humor, and heartfelt friendships. Being present added an extra layer of camaraderie to the tale. Steve Martin's involvement, as the one short tried to tempt with cake, further ties it to their long-standing professional and personal bond. In the end, the incident became a lighthearted footnote in what was otherwise a dreamy, romantic event. It reminds us that perfection is overrated. The best memories often come from the imperfect, spontaneous moments that make life, and love, feel real. Short's willingness to laugh at himself ensures this story will be retold fondly for years, a charming reminder of the humanity behind the glamour.